All right, so doing something a little bit different today. Decided been trying to go for a 15-minute walk every morning to kind of clear my head. So I thought I would take you along with me on this one. And what am I doing today? Well, today is day 7 of my 30 videos in 30 days series, where I kind of just basically follow Ali Abdul's and Think Media's principles of just get started. So my today what I wanted to do was do a 15-minute walk and talk about what all of this means, and then do a little bit of riffing and basically just see where this all takes us. So first of all, let's talk about the first 7 days. What I decided to do early on this year was to follow a book called the 12-week year. And the 12-week year is essentially an idea that, instead of setting up goals for an entire year, you break the year into 12-week chunks with sort of a 1-week catch up or break in between. So it actually ends up being about 13 weeks, and that's about a quarter of the year. And the idea there is to create a system of accountability for yourself, and to battery was giving me a warning. Create a system of an accountability for yourself to essentially create a very manageable but achievable list of goals that are part of your overall plan, but that give you projects and action steps each day to go through. So at the end of the 12 weeks, we take a look and go, okay, how far have we come in terms of progress towards the goals that we set for that? And then you break it back down into weeks, where each week you do a kind of a scoring review of how you did. So my goal for this first month, or for this video series, is to get 44 videos in 90 days during this 12-week year. And that's breaking down into the first month doing a video a day for 30 days. Now, the nice thing, what I like about this 12-week year, is that it doesn't require perfection. Like the goal is not necessarily to be perfect, but the goal is to make some kind of progress. So every week you kind of grade yourself on how you did, and anything above an 85% would be considered excellent, because it will denote a process that you are moving forward, that you're actually improving in the area that you're trying to improve in. Anything about 65% and over is also okay, because what you are doing there is you are still building a bit of a consistency, but you might not be improving as fast. And then anything below 65 to about 50% is kind of like, okay, you maintained, but nothing else happened. And then below 50, you kind of give yourself a grade of a D. So for me, this challenge 44 is my goal was to hit 7 videos, and this will be the 7th video in 7 days, so a video a day. And then to take a look and grade myself. So I have done 7 and 7, which means that my grade is 100%. So my grade is 100%. And so I give myself a good grade for that. So I still have the option. I can effectively still miss 1 video a week and hit that excellent level if I choose to. But I don't, obviously my goal is always to be as perfect as possible. So then some other goals that I set for myself for this week were, we have our telefilm application for the Quiet Canadians, and there's a lot of little things that have to be done. And so I have a checklist of things to accomplish each week. But the biggest checklist that I had on it was to spend 1 to 2 hours a day. So spend 2 hours a day on the telefilm application, and spend at least 1 hour a day on the telefilm application. So if I hit 1 hour a day on the telefilm application, then I would give myself a 1 out of 1. So this week, let's just say that I was a 6 out of 7. So there was one day where I didn't do work on telefilm application at all. And I still haven't technically done it today. So right now I have a 5 out of 7 with an idea of becoming a 6 out of 7, hopefully by the end of the day. So, it's a great system, and it's a great way to hold yourself accountable, do these reviews, and then what you want to do every night is sort of, you take 5 minutes every day and kind of go through your whole list of tasks for the day and see, like, did I hit my marks each day, and just give yourself a yes or a no for each one. Did I hit my goal? The whole exercise here is that you can, lots of people say this, you sort of underestimate or overestimate what you can accomplish. So you underestimate what you can accomplish in a year, but many people overestimate what they can accomplish in a day. So we lay out all these, like, I'm going to do this, and we have like 10 items on our to-do list for the day. And when we get to the end of the day and we realize we only accomplished, say, 4 of them, we feel a little bit dejected. And I think especially if you're in a creative space, it's easy to pile those on, to stack those on top of each other and go, okay, well, I missed today, and I missed tomorrow, and I missed the next day, because really I've already failed this week. So why continue? And I think that this process holds you accountable, because it really kind of says, okay, well, you missed a day, that's okay. Try not to miss 2 days in a row. And if you approach your goals that way, then you have a better chance of actually sticking to them. And even 65% is still successful. It's still progress. And that's really what our goal is. Our goal is to be making progress on the visions that we have for our year. And it's hard to look at a big project like making a movie. You can't just make a movie in a day. You have to take little steps towards it. And so what I've laid out is, over 12 weeks, what steps need to be created achieved in order to hit my goals for the Quiet Canadians. And so the first goal that needs to be accomplished is the telefilm application has to be completed, and that's due in the 5th and 6th week of this first quarter. And the other one is setting up is reaching out to investors and sponsors and potential sponsors, but also having the infrastructure set up to conduct a proper fundraising campaign for the movie. So that's kind of the first quarter is about setting all of those systems up so that we can run a real fundraising campaign at the beginning of quarter 2. We also have another project that is coming up that we're producing, and ironically enough, the production dates are currently set up for to be in to be at the end of March, or in the middle of March. And so it actually works out quite well, because it gives us kind of that 12-week window. I'm going to turn around now because we're just over halfway through this 15-minute walk. So what we can do then is we set up, what I've been able to do with this 12-week year is say, okay, so production is going to start theoretically in 10 of those 10 weeks. So I can lay out a plan of how those 12 weeks are going to go. What am I going to do every day? And that actually hasn't started yet. We're going to start that this week. And so this is going to be in the second week of my 12-week year, is going to be working on this project that we have coming up, which will start tomorrow. Because what I've done is I've started my weeks on Wednesday, because January 1st was on Wednesday, and my end of week is Tuesday, so that's today, which is January the 7th. And so I'm going to do my review every week on Tuesday, January 7th. Yeah, and so those are kind of like the professional goals that I've set for myself. And then what I did was I went through and I created a health objective for the 12 weeks. And I created a happiness objective for the 12 weeks. And I created a kind of relationship objective for the 12 weeks. So my happiness objective, I'm not going to list off everything because some of it's kind of just for me. But my happiness objective was to meditate every day for 30 days. And so that's a 7 out of 7 because I've done that every day. And and then I also had a thing where I was going to do the review every night. So that's what I've done. And one of the things about doing videos is getting used to the idea of talking and doing these kind of things in public. So what I've done is I've done the meditation every day, so that's a 7 out of 7, so that's a 100% on that. Going for a walk every day has been one of my health objectives, 15-minute walk every day. And I hit 4 out of 7 days with today, this time around. But I might add on January 1st, I did do a polar bear swim to kind of kick off the year. So I might call that one of my health days. So we'll call it a 4 with an asterisk, so maybe a 5 with an asterisk. So I didn't quite hit my 7 out of 7, but I'm off to a good start this week in that I've done the last 4 days in a row, and now I plan to go for a 15-minute walk every day. Ideally, trying to get it done in the morning, so that it gives me an opportunity to think and to progress and to go from there. All right. Yeah, so that's basically, I really encourage anybody to really do something like this. Like, sit down and go, okay, if I have 1, 2, 3-year goals, 10-year goals for myself and for our company and for everything else. And to keep it from being overwhelming, it's nice to set this up as, okay, so now what's my objective at the end of the year? What do I really want to have accomplished by the end of the year? And then how do I break that into a quarter, into 12 weeks of activity? And really trying to create a manageable schedule where if you actually accomplished the things that you've set out to do, like even if it's just 2 or 3 goals for each category, but if you have accomplished all of that by the end of that 12 weeks, well, then you've made major progress. Like, it's hard not to consider that if we get our telefilm application for Quiet Canadians and are ready for a fundraising campaign for the film by the end of March, that we are in a very good situation. Like, we will have achieved quite a lot in that way. And I think that's a good place to be. And then the health things, the happiness things, relationships, same thing. So just gonna get the last couple of minutes here. So my goal here was to make a 15-minute video with a 15-minute walk, and I've got about 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. There won't be any editing on this video, so this is a bit of a different format. If you're getting into these videos, if you're one of the 27 subscribers I have as of today, and you're kind of following along with the progress of this 30 and 30, feel free to comment and let me know if you like outdoor videos, or if you like me to sitting down and giving a talk, or if you like it more scripted. This is a little more off the cuff. I think I could actually probably do a little bit of preparation for these going forward and do some walk and talks like this, show you a little bit about beautiful British Columbia. It is cold today. It's actually going to get down to -1 tonight, which is cold for us. And if you like that kind of stuff, let me know. I'm experimenting with a lot of different formats here to just see what feels right, because my intention is to keep doing these videos for the whole year. I don't know if I'll do 30 videos in 30 days all the time, but my objective is to get to that point where after a period of time I've done enough of these where I start to feel more comfortable talking to the camera, have a little bit more structure, and also offer something of value to you offer something to you as someone who might be watching this. So yeah, I just flipped around because there's some people. I'm close to being done, and I would just like to be able to sign off by myself, because I'm shy, and I'm shy on camera, and this is a hard thing to do. I know. And one of the things, okay, so I'll wrap this up with how this relates to being a filmmaker. You know, action builds confidence. Action builds momentum. And this is one of those goals and tasks that I've set for myself to say I'm going to create something and ship it every single day, because I'm trying to create action and momentum for the year. And I was quite disappointed last year when I had set out to do something similar to this, and I kind of dropped it after a few weeks. So this has become now my objective, which is to say, I'm here to make video. I'm here to I'm here to teach things online. I feel like I have some things to offer. I want to create a community of filmmakers. I have a lot of goals for the year. Biggest goal being to make another feature film. And it kind of starts with taking on these kind of challenges. So thanks for watching day 7. Like and subscribe, make a comment. Let me know if you like outdoor videos, if you want more Vancouver, and I'll see what I can do. Thanks again.